And we have blankets, like if you wanna just like put the blanket.
Cut it rolled up, now I just need a cup of tea.
Just trying to make my guests comfortable. No, you look so pretty. Do you need a coffee or anything?
I can pretend to have a coffee.
Oh, sure. Here's your cup of coffee, ma'am. Mom! Welcome to YouTube! Did you put lip gloss on?
I did.
It looks pretty.
I did.
Okay.
The jeans are awesome.
You think they're awesome?
Yeah, I do. They're the jeans that don't stretch.
No, because they're like
they're
OG.
dungaree.
They're dungaree. Vintage.
Traditional dungaree.
Vintage, baby. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Special guest, my mother.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm so excited to sit down with you. If you are new here, I am a twin mom. I have two beautiful identical twin girls that are like 4 months old, 4.5 months old now. So a lot of people really want to hear more from you on your experience with them, because obviously you're so in it with us and no one else really is other than the grandparents. So you see firsthand.
Yes, definitely see firsthand.
How crazy it is.
It is crazy, but it's a good crazy. It's a lot of work, but enjoy every moment of it.
You can hear them in the back right now,
yes,
by the way.
They're having fun with Daddy.
They're having fun with Daddy.
They're giggling. They're very happy, have nice full bellies.
As you can see by the title, which I don't even know what I'm going to title this video yet, but it's going to be something around motherhood advice. And I hate saying advice because I'm not qualified to be giving advice on motherhood. I just started. You're more qualified than me, but I still think I want this video to be more so us just sharing our experience on motherhood.
Yes,
and
our
like
own personal opinions and views.
What's worked for us,
yes,
what hasn't worked for us, and everything in between. I thought it would be cool to hear from you on your experience, because a lot of my subscribers are new moms, and hopefully you have a mother or a matriarch figure in your life that you like look up to and you have as a role model and someone you can go to, but a lot of people don't, and you might just want to hear from someone different. So I just thought it'd be cool to ask you some questions. I swear they're fun questions. Okay. They're not anything crazy. Okay. She's a little nervous and apprehensive, but I have turned out just fine because you're such a wonderful mom.
You are.
I'm kind of dividing this into two parts. The first part is really around like your experience as a mother. And I mean, you've had children for almost 29 years now. A lot of things were different when you started out your motherhood journey.
Yes, compared to the way things are right now,
yeah.
Absolutely.
And so I have a lot of questions about that too, okay. Like I'll get into it. What I'm experiencing right now as a mom is that there's so many rules now, and there's been so many studies done and so many things you shouldn't do and things you should do, that I think there's something to be said about like the old ways that mothers did things and the things that I wish that I could do but I can't because it's not acceptable anymore. And then there's also so much value in the studies that are being done, and so I just think it would be cool to hear from someone different, from a different generation of motherhood. There are definitely things that I don't agree with that you did, but it's because you didn't know any better. Right,
and also don't forget that when I had you children, things were different from when I was a child and what my parents did. Totally. So it's a work in progress. It's all about what you feel and what you want to do with your children. Take everything with a grain of salt that even we say. Like, do what's best for you. So also in the first section, I have some questions on relationships and your marriage, which obviously is a big part of our family. It's the foundation of our family. So I have some questions on that too, but I definitely understand that there are a lot of mothers out there doing it alone. And fathers. And fathers doing it alone. Yes. And so I don't necessarily think that marriage and motherhood go hand in hand, but in our situation it does. Yes. Second part is I'm going to ask you some questions about me as a mom, and you have to be honest. And I will. So I really want this to feel like a motherhood interview, but an informal one. Like just girl talk, mom to mom. Okay. The first question is an icebreaker question. Let's just ease you into it. If you had to define motherhood in one word, what would it be? Rewarding. Rewarding? Yes, absolutely. That's a good one. Yep. Why? Because it's the most wonderful thing that you can experience in your life. For me, is having children and being a mom. Top job, #1 job. Oh. I love it. Out of all the jobs you've had, it's #1? I've only had one job pretty much for 36 years. She's a loyal employee. And my first job is a mom. Oh. Yes. Rewarding. And a wife. That's good to hear because it's a grind when you're starting out in motherhood, like right now. Yes.
struggling. So if it's rewarding, that's good.
It is rewarding.
Good.
I wouldn't trade it for the world.
What has given you the most joy as a mother?
The outcome of how my 2 children have become. Honestly, they're very good kids, smart kids, intelligent kids. They know what they want in life. I am extremely proud of who my children are.
Oh, you getting emotional?
I am very proud of both of you.
We just started.
You and Alex.
Aww.
And you know that.
Of course I know that. Complete reflection of who you are and how you are as a mom. I'm not going to start crying right now because then we're going to go down a rabbit hole.
Oh, no, I just wasn't expecting that. So I am.
Aww. Don't make me start crying.
All right.
So that's been the most joy.
Suck it down. There's nothing in it. I'm very fortunate. There's a lot going on in this world, and you 2 kids are there for me when I need you, and I'll always be there for both of you.
And we know that.
I know you do.
And I think that just speaks volumes to you as a mom, and I think it speaks so much to just like the experience of a mother.
It wasn't easy either.
No.
It's not easy. It wasn't all
good
days.
Easy?
No.
We turned out okay.
You did.
So you did a good job. Next question. What have you learned from your children?
Learned a lot. I wouldn't be the person I am at this point if I didn't care for you 2 and take care of you 2. Just having patience and understanding. A lot of things aren't as important as you used to think that they were because you're taking care of 2 children.
Yeah.
Learned more about what goes on in this world and helping to adapt what goes on in this world. Listening to your opinions, listening to your ways. We might disagree on a lot, which we do, but
you learn through the disagreement. You learn from each other.
As long as you can understand and have the patience and communicate, and that's how you have a good relationship with your children.
Great answer. So through your 29 years of motherhood, what has been the hardest period of motherhood for you? Like obviously there's different phases and chapters, and everyone likes to tell you when you just become a mom, oh, it gets harder, or like it's always something, but what do you think was the hardest period?
The hardest period was, I'm a working mom, as we mentioned, working full-time before I had children, obviously, and then had to go part-time when I had the children. And the hardest part is going back to work, leaving your children, sometimes not being there for certain, events like sports and recitals and practices and things like that, not being able to always be there doing that, and not being able to see you at all these events, and disciplining. That was the hardest.
What age was the hardest to discipline?
For you, from age 2 to 14.
That's I thought you were going to say like a year, 2 years.
No.
That's 12 years.
Yeah. It was tough. It wasn't the hardest, but it was always tough. But we've always communicated very well, especially as you became a teenager.
Yeah, for sure.
You were very headstrong as a young child.
That's a kind way to put it.
You wanted what you want when you wanted it. For the most part, we got through that, obviously.
And backtracking to the point about being a working mom and missing milestones, I think that's so hard and so relatable. And also, if you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a rock star too. That's great that you don't have to miss those things. But for the moms that do have to, for the moms that do have to miss those things, you're also setting an example for your child, especially a girl looking at her mother. Like, mom's out working, she's making money, she's bringing things into the family that, as a whole, are making the family better. It's okay, she can't be here right now, and I think that's an invaluable lesson also.
Absolutely.
On to the next one.
All right.
If you could have done one thing differently, what would it be? As a mother,
if I could change one thing.
If you could change one thing, or if you could have done something differently as a mom.
Just trying to think. I know.
Well,
Alex
that's good. That
banged his head on the concrete out in the driveway one time, and I wasn't there.
Was that when we were in Ohio?
That was when we were in Ohio.
I remember that.
Yeah, I wasn't there, and it was pretty scary.
So out of your control, obviously.
Yes, it was. It was just It was a basketball. He went to kick, didn't kick it, flipped up.
Those things happen.
But can you think of something?
Oh, sure. Let me put on my list. Obviously, there were times I wish you weren't as strict.
I don't think I was that strict. But just let me know where you're at. Return my phone calls or my texts.
You used to not let us watch TV Monday through Thursday.
Yes.
Do you think that was worth it?
Absolutely. I have no regrets on that.
Really?
Just Monday through Thursday, no TV.
It was brutal.
No TV, and then
you took Lizzie McGuire away from me.
Lizzie McGuire was on the weekends. And I don't think TV's bad because I think it's educational, especially when you were little, when you were 1 years old, 2 years old. I let you watch Sesame Street. Barney was the other one with the big chair that you'd sit.
The girl with the couch. She made a clock out of her body.
Yep.
No other regrets.
No.
Good. That's a wonderful thing.
If I end up thinking of something,
we'll crop it in. We'll crop it back in. You have been with your husband 32 years, right?
Married.
32 years. You were together 9 years before that?
Yes.
Wow. So
your father.
40. Yes, my father. Thanks for clarifying. For 41 years together.
Yes. Yeah.
That's crazy. What's the secret?
Got to be open and communicate.
Yeah.
You have something on your mind that you don't like. As long as it's worth talking about.
Yeah.
And just be respectful and have that conversation.
Yeah.
He may not like it, I may not like it, and you just give 100%.
And I think just growing up, obviously, like I said it in my vows with Jonathan, I think you and Dad are best friends at the core of your relationship. It's one thing to love someone, but I really see that you and Dad like each other.
Yep.
How do you still keep it fun? Like, how do you and Dad, because I actually think watching you, maybe it's the empty nest thing, but I feel like you guys have been having more fun than ever lately with like your little trips and getting outside.
Just getting out. We're outdoorsy people. We like to be adventurous. We live right near the woods. Our backyard is the woods. It's not up in the mountains, but we can go there and,
make it fun.
Make it fun. We can sit in our backyard and have a fire and have a glass of wine and make it fun.
You got a kayak recently?
Yes.
Two kayaks?
Yeah. Alex bought us kayaks.
Bikes? You got into biking?
Yep.
I love watching that you guys get excited going up to New Hampshire for a weekend and exploring something new there because there's so much around.
It is.
Even just where you live. You don't have to go crazy with your partner.
No.
I mean, you can. I hope you guys do.
We will. It's on our bucket list. We have a few trips that we're...
You're happy with the simple things in life, and Absolutely. I think that's beautiful. What is your biggest piece of advice for new moms or just moms in general?
You're going to read a lot about different ways of doing things, the right way, the wrong way. I just feel as a mom, you do you. You do you.
You do you.
You do you. But your best friend can tell you what to do. Your mom can tell you what to do. Your sister can tell you what. Your mother-in-law can tell you what to do. Your grandmother can tell you what to do. But you do what you feel is right for you. You and your husband or your significant other. Like Alex was a huge sleeper when he was young, and he slept. I would take him to daycare. I would pick him up at 4 o'clock. In between 4 and 5:30, he'd sleep on the way home, and I let him sleep until the next morning because he slept. And some people told me not to do that. He was growing. He was eating the next day.
And I'm sure at your doctor's appointments, they're telling you he's growing fine.
He's growing fine. And I would, have a hard time not bringing him home, waking him up, feeding him, and then he would go back to sleep or he wouldn't go back to sleep. And I just
made that choice as a mom. And he turned out just fine.
Yes, he did.
Piece of advice too is sometimes keep your own opinions to yourself. But you've been so good about that.
Oh, absolutely.
You've never once questioned anything that we've done. And I think
because I don't want anybody questioning me what I do. So I just, and my mother never did either.
Yeah.
She just didn't.
Let a mom figure it out on their own.
Absolutely. Unless you see something that needs to be said.
You can give tips and tricks as a mom. Hey, this worked for me. Try it out. I've just really valued that you've never made me question my own decisions. I wrote this out one night late when I was pumping. So time goes by so fast and each phase brings new challenges but also new milestones and things to look forward to. So what was your favorite thing about the time in your life when you had little kids and your favorite thing now about having adult kids? Because you really go through a period of time where you're raising kids up until they're 18 basically, and then you have adult kids that you get to enjoy and you're always our parent and we go to you, I go to you for everything. You're still my mom, but you're no longer kind of raising a human.
Right.
You've done the job of raising.
Okay.
So those two periods.
So raising you kids, having Friday night pizza night, watching movies, dressing you up for Halloween,
Yep.
you know, taking you out to buy your Halloween costumes, buying Christmas gifts, and giving them to you, seeing your faces on Christmas mornings, doing all that for you.
Yeah.
We made homemade gingerbreads.
Oh yeah.
And I just remember, you know, spending that time, having you there and teaching you, and you being so cute, putting things together, going skiing,
Yeah.
you know, going camping.
Yeah.
And then now as adults, just being in your company and talking to you and, you know, being able to have the relationship that we have.
Yeah. You get to reap the benefits of raising a good person.
That's right.
Someone you get to hang out with.
Right, right. And we have that relationship.
Yeah. You have a friend, a new friend.
A new friend. Okay. I have a new friend. She's my daughter. We live close by.
Yeah.
We can call each other anytime. Alex doesn't live at home anymore, and him popping in and him just sitting down at the island and us being able to talk and have conversations.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're good conversations, and sometimes it goes not into a so good conversation.
It's constructive.
Yes. And it's just we have a good time together.
Yeah.
You know,
And there must
I'm
be
able
something
to.
nice about getting to that point as a parent. You kind of take a step back and you do realize, okay, I'm not like responsible for raising you anymore. I've done my job. Like now I do get to just enjoy the person you are.
Yeah, exactly. But
I
what
think you're
goes
still
on-
worried.
Yes, you'll always worry about your children,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah.
You'll think about them every single day, like I do.
As a new mom, I get so sad when I think about the next chapter and my kids growing up and, you know, it all going by so fast, but there is always something to look forward to. Like even you have two full-blown adult kids, and I know there are times that you hug us and you're like, I just miss when you were a little baby, but there's good parts too.
It is, and you think about that because things change, and when things change, next stages go on, and like when you went off to college, that was hard to take, but you knew, that's your next step. And then when Alex moved out of the house, that was a big step.
Yeah. That was your baby.
Yeah, it was my baby. He was gone, and I was content with him staying with me a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You want to have them move out and be on their own, but when it actually happens, it's a little sad, but you're happy for them.
Yeah.
You're happy for them, you miss them, and it's a little adjusting on our part as parents. You think about how fast time went by, and you wish you could go back, and that's why sometimes when I take you and I hug you and I kiss you all over, it's like I want to sweep you in my arms, and both of you, and carry you, but of course you can't.
But there's excitement with all that.
It's definitely excitement and being proud, and it's the best feeling.
Yeah. It's hard, but it's awesome.
It is.
The last question is really, what are you most proud of as a mom?
Proud of myself because I didn't have a father figure growing up.
Yeah. No, you didn't. You didn't really have a great mother figure either.
I didn't, but I knew she loved me, and she loved all her children. She just, she was a wonderful woman, did not have a mean bone in her body, but she was who she was. She did the best she could and what she had. I'm proud of myself because my kids are doing good, and
you should be so proud of yourself.
I don't want to toot my own horn.
I know, beep.
No, I don't.
You're a rock star mom that came from
I know,
not the best upbringing, and you raised two good children.
Yes,
I have no idea.
With the help with your father.
Of course.
Absolutely.
But I don't know how, as someone that grew up with a really good role model and mother, I don't know how my own moral compass would have adjusted in life if I didn't have that. So the fact that
I just wanted to try really hard.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do the right thing, and
you did.
Yes, I
Not to
did.
toot my own horn, but you did good. So you're proud of yourself.
Yes,
And I love that.
yes.
And every mother out there should have that response too. You're the best.
No, thank you.
Now you can spill some tea on me.
Okay, all right.
First question. Do you like Sienna and Ren more than me?
Oh my goodness. That's like asking me, do I like you more than Alex?
Oh, see, I thought you were going to be like, yeah, of course I do. You're so kind.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, you definitely like them more than me.
Okay, I love you all the same.
Okay.
Okay, I love you, but you know what? I do like them.
What has surprised you most about watching me become a mother?
How wonderful you are.
That surprised you?
No, surprise. No. You're everything that I expected.
Really?
Yes, quite.
Oh.
Knew you were going to be a great mom. You were great when you were pregnant.
Yeah.
You were amazing when you were pregnant. Honestly, quiet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sweet. No surprises, no tea there. Nothing.
No.
Okay, no, I think that's awesome. That makes me feel good. We kind of touched on this a bit.
Amazing.
I love you. I was raised well. Times are so different now, and the rules and methods of parenting are so different than when you were a new mom. So what modern methods that I use do you think are better these days, and which do you disagree with? So first, like what are some things that we do nowadays that you didn't do that you think are better?
Heating those bottles.
Heating the bottles? So you didn't ever heat milk?
We did, but not, you have those awesome little machines that you just plop them in.
The bottle warmers.
The bottle warmers, I think that's
method.
amazing. We boiled water on the stove and stuck the bottle in the pan.
There's probably plastic bottles that were contaminating the babies. Yeah. We all turned out okay.
I like the fact that the babies need to be on their backs as opposed to their stomachs, and they go right into it. They love being on their backs.
Yeah.
You kids, you always wanted to be on your stomach.
Yeah.
And we know it wasn't the right thing to do. I don't know if it wasn't the right thing to do because...
But there wasn't as much research back then about SIDS.
Right, but we knew about it. I would constantly watch you kids, and we didn't have the cameras. At least I didn't have the camera. Maybe they were out. I couldn't afford
I can't
them.
even imagine a world with no baby monitors.
Yeah, right. And the breast pump, that's an amazing thing too.
Oh yeah, I know. Exclusively pumping mama over here.
Absolutely.
And just I think the support that you have, I guess it's not methods, but like it's so much better these days.
Yeah,
like,
the support that you have now is much more than when I wanted to breastfeed, and it was a hand pump. I mean, like I said, they might have had those pumps.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have access to
I
it.
wouldn't have had access to no.
Yeah. So what methods do you disagree with? Or do you think are not great now, or that you wouldn't have chosen to do for yourself?
The feeding thing.
The feeding.
I mean, they're not there yet.
I was wondering if you were gonna say that.
That's not something I
Everyone's
look
gonna
forward to.
know. Baby-led weaning.
Yes, I'm not.
I'm realizing that the generation of my mother-in-law, it's not. No. It wasn't what they did.
No.
So I think it's gonna be a struggle for everybody.
Yes,
but we're gonna get through it together.
I know it.
Because you are a big caregiver of these girls.
That's I would say the main
thing. Yeah.
Method that
you would do the Gerber baby food.
Absolutely.
We're not doing that.
Food. I mean, I would constantly smush the bananas.
But you're not gonna feed them. They're gonna feed themselves.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So, that's exciting. It's messy. It's very messy. But you don't mind that.
I don't mind that. It's the food intake at such a young age.
We start slow. We start with mashed avocado. We'll get there.
Okay.
How would you describe Jonathan as a father?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
He's a good dad.
He is a great dad.
Why?
He just is hands-on, 100%, just in there, no hold back on anything.
Yes, I like watch people.
He does all the bottles. He does.
Oh yeah, he's the milkman. I call him. He gets everything prepared for me since day one.
Yep.
I watch people watch him, and they're enthralled because
he's right into it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's a really good dad.
He is. Yes, the best. He is. He's a great son-in-law too.
We love him. Yes. We'll keep him around. Yes. Next was my breast milk delicious.
Oh God. You can tell him why I did it?
No, we won't spill that tea.
I just wanted to say.
Yeah.
It's not.
You said it was sweet, right?
It was sweet. It was sweet. Very thin. Watery.
Yeah, water.
Yes. Okay.
It was delicious though. What would you give it? A 10 out of 10?
For a baby, I'm sure a 10, but I wouldn't want to drink it.
Oh my God, that's funny. Okay, last question. What traits or qualities that you and I both have do you hope my daughters grow to have?
We're so kind and compassionate.
Yeah, we are.
We are.
We have big old hearts.
Yeah, we think of others.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. I mean, I tend to, and I think you do too, put ourselves in other people's shoes and their point of views, and just be kind to people.
Yeah. We lead with our hearts.
Yes, absolutely.
We do. And I really hope they do that also.
I know they will. They have two great parents. They will.
Oh, you're the best. I love you.
Emotional a little bit.
I know, but that's okay. That's because you lead with your heart.
Pleasure.
I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you so much. We'll have to have you back on.
I would love to come back.
Wonderful. Everyone, please write down below how much you loved having my mom on here so she comes back and hangs out with us, and tell her how beautiful she is.
Oh,
because
goodness, thank you.
Just look at her. Well, that's it for this video.
All right.
All right. Well,
okay.
thank you everyone for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe so that you can hang out with me in all my future videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I dare you to be